and to get some water.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to Split 2 of the Rookies. I'm not going to say Rookie Wednesday now just because everyone seems to be getting confused with what the hell Rookie Wednesday is. If you haven't been in Toga long enough, that's when the Rookie Championship used to be on, and the name stuck. So good evening, Christian. I hope you're well. Did you see my message? I don't know if it's Gills or Gills or Gillis. Their BMW's looking awesome with the livery. Mank, good evening, good luck. Casper, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Charlie, good evening. Lindsay, good evening. So good to see you all in the chat. Make sure you have all liked this stream because it makes me very warm and fuzzy inside. Casper, how many cars on the grid? 23. So, oh, that was 24. Oh, excuse me. There's a lot going on in the Hayden's world just now. Harry, how you doing? Good to see you. Phil Frankly on Twitch, thank you very much for the follow. It's very much appreciated. I am joined in the box tonight with the very big cuddly Mr. Hayden Sweet.
You didn't have to say big. Cuddly was probably enough.
I just mean big as in you're probably taller than me. there was no sizes thing going on there.
I'm just short and fat, basically. So, yeah, but that's a great start. Welcome, guys. Hope you're well. We've just set the tone for the rest of the evening. There we go.
Let's face it, when everybody knows me and you are commentating, they're like, oh, here we go. What are these idiots going to say tonight?
Oh, brilliant. Love that.
So, yes, we had just have qualifying starting, and Mr. Hood in the Jag. Now, there we go. Yes.
Is he back in the Jag?
He's back in the Jag.
In the Jag.
In the Jag.
I remember Stephen racing with us in the Jag almost right at the beginning at Toga, actually, when he first joined, and we were like, wow, what's this
maniac doing?
Yeah.
He's even got a custom livery for it, I think. I don't think it's an ACC one.
That's definitely a custom livery, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Very nice looking, Stephen. I hope you're doing well. Tigo, good race, guys. Good luck to everyone who is in tonight. At the moment, Vandenbroek, who is in the BRT team, is looking particularly hot with a 129.5 in the free practice. I will quickly explain, if you weren't here for last night, we have a ceiling time for qualifying, and if you exceed that, so we're looking at a 131 dead. If you are between that and 130.5, you get ballast depending on how many tenths of a second you're faster than that time. If you then go past the 130.5, you are then given a strike. Now, we allow 2 strikes, basically, because the track combination along with the car and the driver might find this circuit absolutely amazing and be really confident. However, the other 3 races, they might not be. So, we are given a bit of leniency to this. But this ballast is basically a very fluid bop that we've created here at Toga, where depending on how much faster you are, depends on how much more weight you get. These drivers will be used to carrying X amount of litres of fuel for qualifying and for race. However, they won't have factored in the ballast because, unless they've been doing some mathematics and working things out, it's difficult to work out. And each car, we have talked about this last night very quickly, is the ballast is basically steel plates in real life that get put into the car to bring the fuel back together, and that's what we're aiming to do here. We have learned, this is season 8, so we have had so much learning that we've done over the period of time. But I mean, last night's race, I don't know about you, Hayden, but I absolutely loved it.
Last night's race was fantastic. Once we got through, because we were a bit sceptical when we saw the lap times flying in, and they were, above the threshold that we had set. But once the ballast was applied, we actually found the first sort of few laps, the driving was not great, but the battles were fun. But then as soon as the penalty started to be applied from the stewards, then obviously the grid splits up naturally when obviously penalties get applied and such on. But yeah, it was really fun yesterday, and you're right, Mac. We don't release, or we don't let everybody know what our algorithm is essentially for the ballast to be applied, how the ballast is applied, because we feel like then drivers could then try and gain an advantage in each race. So depending on your lap time, then dictates what ballast you get. But each track is different. Has different ballast from the BOP, etc., etc., etc. So we sort of keep it under our hat, because then hopefully, like you say, each car actually handles the ballast in different ways. So the characteristics of a car is completely different when ballast is applied, and actually does simulate it very well in ACC. So it's extremely difficult to maybe get the car hooked up. You're thinking, oh, it was great in quali. I was like 4 seconds a lap quicker. But as soon as the race starts and you get slapped with 40 kgs, you're sliding all over the place. Your tyres are going. Like, you have to completely change the way you're driving. So hopefully, we've done this for a whole season last year, and it was quite, appreciated a lot by the drivers that took part. This year we've changed a few bits. We've honed it on certain bits that we maybe didn't do right last time, and I feel now we've got a good mix of, being kind but also being a slightly little bit harsh at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. We've all been there. Everybody starts as a rookie, and there's nothing more soul destroying when you're in a rookie race and someone's setting lap times you would expect very famous streamers to be setting. So yeah, it's all about being fair but giving everybody the opportunity, and there might be changes coming for the next season as well, but we're keeping that under wraps at the moment. But we're always evolving to try and make the championships as interesting and as exciting for the drivers, for the viewers, for commentators, not particularly for the stewards. The stewards like a nice boring race where there's nothing happens and they don't need to do anything. So yeah, we like to send comfy slippers down to them and some crayons just to keep them happy. We see at the moment there is a bit of rivalry between the stewards and the commentators, but it's a nice rivalry. We see Lou. What are you laughing at?
Is it a nice rivalry?
Well, no, it's not actually. I was just trying to say that and make us sound like we're all one lovely
I wonder
family.
what team orders will look like on Saturday when we're all racing in the 8 hours of Monza, because there's a mix of stewards now and commentators, so that's going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting. So, Toga has its own esports team, and we basically have got 4 cars entering an 8 hour... Five cars entering Monza 8 hour race on Saturday. We're hoping to maybe try and get something set up for streams, which we're going to work on over the next couple of days, and get something sorted out that we might be live for the 8 hours with the different cars we have. So keep an eye out. We'll obviously let you know in Discord, social media. If you're not following us on social media, please look at the links and go and give us a follow. We always like to be active, and we'll follow you back, and tag you if you win and tag you if you lose. Charlie, Hayden thoroughly enjoyed being a steward for Split 1 last night. I'm sure he did.
I did actually. It was actually good fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was. I didn't do too much, but I did some.
That's why you're the boss. You don't have to do too much.
Well, yeah, that is true. I'm also sorry, just before you start going on, we are now officially live on TikTok
Before
too
you
now.
start going on? What kind of thing is that to say to someone? Sorry. Right.
Oh, this is going to be carnage.
It's going to be hell. This is not going to be anything to do with racing at all. Sorry, no. I absolutely missed what you said there.
If you're here for racing tonight, you're probably in the wrong place. Stay though, please stay. Obviously.
Yep.
Don't go anywhere. Time for carnage, I think.
Yes. So
Zach on TikTok, sorry, just said time for carnage. Literally at the same time I did. That was scary. So welcome into Zach on TikTok.
Good choice. So we are live on YouTube, Twitch and TikTok. Davida, good evening. So last night, Split 1, we basically had 7 cars fighting for P1 at one point. The pack was so close, it was unbelievable. As we're looking at the moment, Lou is set a 129.5. As I speak, BRT Vandenbroek with a 129.6. So
that's a strike. Bang, a strike.
How you doing, Christian? I hope you're well. So the BRT strong following. I don't want to talk too much about where the rookie of BRT and where the co-owner of BRT ended up last night, but it was interesting. It was interesting, but really good battles, and this is what it's all about. This is probably one of our most excited, popular, by demand championship that we have here at Toga. It's something that we had, was it 77 sign-ups?
We had something along the lines. It was close to 80. Yeah, it was around that number. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, so we normally run with a 50 slot server. So that's why we have 2 splits. If we find out that there's not enough to populate both, we'll just merge them together early. What our plan was, 4 races. The top 25 in each split will get put into their own split, and the bottom 25 of each split get put into their own split, which means it becomes even more fair in terms of driving to people's driving standards and skill set. So, good evening, EBT on Twitch. I hope you're well. But I mean, you must be so happy to see like a championship like this going to like the 8th season and everything. Oh, BRT, thank you so much with the €5.99. You are a legend.
Didn't have to do that.
You didn't have to do that, but we always appreciate.
Thank you.
Or the Brian Racing Team, as I renamed them last year. So
forgot about the Bryans.
Brian. They messed it up now. They've got like a Jealous, and they've got all these other.
They've got a Vander Brock, which is close.
Yeah, it is absolutely. He's going to have to change his name, obviously. I mean, that's going to be one.
Yep.
Pleasure, gents. It all helps. Thank you so much, Christian.
Thank you.
Bribes, Red.
Is that a strike remove now, is it?
Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like Christian's okay and everyone else is okay. Free pass.
I'll send that to Dexter, and maybe a strike can get removed.
EBT go number 92. Who's 92? Is there a 92?
No, for EBT Gaming, that is Bart, is it not?
Yeah, 91. Oh, so close. Yeah, I mean, he is setting a blistering time, but Howard in Aston Martin, 129.2.
Yep.
Oh, no, let's keep it fair. Absolutely. You know, we're just joking. Zach over on Twitch. Hey, fellas, from TikTok to Twitch. Thanks so much for coming over. While the quality of the racing is superb, you're in for an absolute treat tonight. Not only the commentary team will be absolutely on fire, but the racing will be as well, and we might actually commentate on some racing at some point.
We might. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But what I will say is that I know you were sort of touching upon it earlier. Yes, I never expected rookies to be. I think we found our niche in terms of this sim racing, like malarkey or this world. Never in a million years did we expect Rookie Wednesday. I think because am a rookie, if you like, still, or was a rookie, if you like, and that sort of was. I wanted to race somewhere where I didn't have to feel like I was an alien and race. I just wanted to have a place to race where everyone was on a similar level to me, if you like. So that's where it really evolved from. And then, it's gone from strength to strength. Obviously, we are, sponsored by Coach Dave Delta, and obviously the winners of this championship will receive a Coach Dave Delta subscription for 1 month, which is amazing from Coach Dave Delta. As well.
Wow. Casper, thank you so much.
Is this how to remove stripes? Cold sweat smile.
It always helps. It'll buy some more slippers for the stewards or something, or a pack of crayons or colouring books or something.
Crayons,
no, sorry, carry on.
Man. So basically, being now season 8, we have obviously, this was actually your idea, wasn't it, for Rookie Wednesday season 8, is to split it over 2 nights, because it was just we were having reserve, like 5 or 10 people in reserve when we signed up when we had these races announced, the people were signing up. So, we couldn't stream this without the commentators and the stewards putting their hard-earned time free time into doing this. So, having the ability to run 2 splits is absolutely fantastic. Would we like more people on the grid? Of course. We were expecting a little more than 20 odd people each race, but still 20 people for the same championship. I know put it together is almost 50 people, but still having it over 2 splits, I think it makes it a bit more interesting, because we're taking the top 5 people from each split, or top 15, sorry, from each split, and then racing them in like a grand finals, if you like. So it's a lot to play for, rather than the top few people racing or whatever and winning all the time. It's the top 15 get to progress, then they battle it out. So that makes it kind of cool. So yeah, it's fantastic. It's amazing. It really is amazing.
We absolutely, and it's so much of a pleasure to commentate on races like this. We see the good, we see the bad, we see the ugly, usually all in one race, all rolled into one. Zach, quality racing, what seems like 2 quality hosts. Oh, thank you very much. He must be listening to another stream. I don't know who he's talking about.
Yeah. Lightspeed Racing are hosting a race right now. It must be those guys.
Oh, thank you so much for the 100 bits. That's very, very kind of you.
Too kind. Thank you.
It is Brian. We've just renamed everybody to Brian for it, but it's great to see so much love and support for this championship.
Honestly, it means so much. Yeah.
And everything you do. Mr. Hood, can't believe you're in a Jag. What are you doing? Do you like to be miserable? It's
talk about jumping back in at the deep end. Right?
I know, my goodness. Might as well just get one of the little wooden go-kart things that you pull the string to steer and things.
They're good fun, they were.
They were good fun until you realise you didn't have brakes and
that is true,
to combat roll out of it.
Break an arm and all
that. I know. You get told by your mother just to walk it off and get back out playing. Zach, so is this professional sim racers or literally rookies? It's literally rookies. Anyone can sign up as long as they feel they're able to do something under the ceiling time that we provide. If they actually find they're a bit over, then obviously the rules apply for that. If you didn't hear me explaining it, then obviously you can go back and watch the stream later on, and it explains it all. One of you fellas remind me of Alan McCoist. I don't think he's talking about you, by the way, Hayden.
No, I very much doubt it.
I do know who Alan McCoist is, absolutely. Zach, are you from Scotland as well, or are you from the UK? Let's catch up on some. Casper, the new format is great. Kudos to Toga. I bet this will be even more cars on the grid next season. We're hoping that, real life obviously comes into play. People have issues at the last minute, which is absolutely fair enough. We're hoping next week, if it picks up, then it's absolutely fine. If it doesn't, then we will merge the two splits together. But it's, as Hayden says, we don't want people having to sit in reserve, not knowing if they're going to race. This way, everybody races and hopefully has a little bit of fun and learns at the same time as well. BRT and Hero gone too soon, send a rip. Yeah.
Absolutely. Rest in peace, man. What a great driver he was.
Unbelievable what that man could do. Stephen, it feels really good to drive until you need to steer or brake.
That's your own fault. That's your own fault. That's your own fault. But I was going to say something. Yes, we also have another bit of news this evening. So, obviously, Mac touched upon the fact that we do have an esports division. As Ferrari's just gone straight into the wall there. And we are partnered up with VM Tech. So we are Toga Racing by VM Tech. And VM Tech are an IRL racing engineering company. And they have been helping us improve lap times. I know they've helped Mac out, they've helped Brandon out, who's in here, and a few other people. Davide and his two brothers have been helping out. In fact, we have a gentleman in the race today. He's currently sitting in P2. Car 46 is, I assume, and I believe it's somebody that's new to sim racing that Davide has been helping out to improve his lap time. And right now he's on a 29.6.
Wow.
So it just shows someone from, basically nothing or not a lot of experience with a bit of coaching from someone that knows, what they're talking about can really help improve lap time. So, you don't have to worry about sim racing. Honestly, if you find the right community, ours, people will be more than helpful to help you out.
Absolutely.
So that's another plug to be why we're the best community out there.
Absolutely. And it was quite ironic that I was actually on Morganella as you were talking. It was almost as if I could read your brain, which is a scary thought.
You don't want to
you don't want to go there. No. David, much love to you guys. all love back to Davida. You have done an amazing job with Andrea, and let's see how they get on tonight. Nikra, go Brandon. Oh, I forgot Brandon. Brandon's in here as well.
Brandon's racing.
21st at the moment. Brandon is my co-driver for Saturday. The poor guy has taken a short straw on that one. Brian Ritz, how does that work, like coaching then? So Davida's doing it off his own back. He's not getting paid for it. He's not. He's only doing it out off the kindness of his heart, which he's got a lot of heart and a lot of kindness. He actually gave me a little bit today of coaching as well, which I have to say has been paying off, Davida. It has been paying off. We do Owen, we had as the driver coach. Now Owen is almost alien pace, and I am not exaggerating when I say that.
Yeah,
he is
right.
phenomenal. I've had coaching off Owen, absolutely amazing. Oh, Mr. Hood. £6.66, as if that was his car number or
so
something.
Impressed.
Yeah,
Here is a donation on behalf of Le Mans Ultimate. Smile with a
Thank you
halo.
so much.
That is so kind of you. If you haven't got Le Mans Ultimate, you really should. You absolutely should. I'm not going to shout out Mr. Hood and say exactly what, but he is involved in some way, shape and form with Le Mans Ultimate, and has been very, very, very kind and providing some to us and to people for a prize. So Davida Brandon is also here. Didn't prepare him for this race, but he's having so much effort put into the. I tell you something. That was not how you do that.
I've been watching those as well.
I tell you something, he is putting so much effort in, it's unbelievable. So I won't go into too much detail, but Brandon is disabled, and he has to adapt his driving to his disabilities. So we don't just have aliens, we don't just have mediocre, we don't just have rookies, but we also have disabled people. We're a big supporter of mental health as well, and we just a nurturing community at the end of the day. Zach, you forgot Twitch of Dads, gave you a little scare. You
sorry,
lads
mate.
based around Moza or Camus, or what do you tend to see? We're not affiliated with any hardware manufacturers. We are affiliated, partnered with Coach Dave. We are a silver member of SimGrid. We are also partnered with VM Tech, as Hayden said. We're also sponsored by IMB Racewear, who were very, very generous in our cancer research event as well. So, and there we go, Mr. Vandenbroek slots it in 2P1 with a 129.2, 100th of a second ahead of Howard. And yeah, I think these two may be battling quite a lot, but don't forget they'll be getting a lot of ballast added as well.
That's going to be interesting for the Aston Martin, actually, because the Aston Martin, I'm not sure how that Aston Martin is going to cope with extra ballast, because it's very much a car that you've got to rev the absolute, insert rude word here, off of it to be able to get the car to, perform in a way that you want it to perform. So slapping, a good amount of ballast on that car is going to be interesting, to say the least. Again, the BMW, I think the BMW might be able to hold its ballast a little bit better.
Yep.
Because it's front engine, rear wheel drive.
Yep.
So I'd imagine the ballast for the BMW, obviously, I don't know where it goes in real life. I could probably take a guess. It sits in the middle somewhere.
Yep.
But having a front engine, rear wheel drive car is probably going to handle the ballast better than a front engine. Sorry. Yeah. Is it a rear? I'm assuming it's a rear wheel drive. Yeah, it must be.
Yeah. I think
but obviously, it's a smaller chassis, isn't it, the Aston compared to the Beamer?
Yep.
So I just don't know how that's going to react, but it's going to be interesting to say the very least.
It is, and I think it will bring. I mean, we saw that last night. It brought the field completely into play. Had the top four had not got drive-throughs, it may have been a different story.
That was the weirdest start in Toga Motorsport history. I'm not even going to lie.
I don't even know. So the top four sprinted away and then had to do an almost standing start on the grid whilst the rest of the pack were trying to catch up. and then they all immediately got drive-throughs as soon as the race started, which just ruined the race. One of them managed to fight back to P9, which was good to see. But I don't know, Christian, if you're still in chat, has Simon been in touch with you? I told him to send you a DM. It is what it is, Christian. At the end of the day, it really is just one of those
Zach,
things.
if you go... I'm talking to TikTok chat at the same time. I'm three conversations, right? I was going to say, Zach, if you're watching us on Twitch, it might be better. Oh no, I can't say that actually because we'll get told off by Twitch. But stay where you are. Stay where you are. I'm just talking about ads.
Yeah.
If people are watching us on Twitch, and you have Amazon Prime, you can link your Prime account to your Twitch account and get one free sub. So if you want to be ad free, I hate to not beg for things, but in terms of money. But if you want to be ad free viewing, we try as best as we can to give you ad free viewing. But if you've got Amazon Prime and you want to link your Twitch account to it, then you do get one free sub, and that will give you your ad free viewing. So
absolutely.
Yeah, if not, stay on TikTok because it's all free over there. If not, stay where you are, basically. Yeah, we are in there. Shoehorned it in.
We are streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok tonight. We have such a massive base on all platforms. It's amazing to see. So, Christian, the reason I say that, Simon was way too fast for rookies, and he was actually looking for a team, so I suggested he contacted yourself, as he's from Belgium, which is ironic.
Nice work, mate.
Thank
nice.
you. See what I did there? His name's not Brian, unfortunately, so I mean that might be an issue. But Simon, if you have a look back at the replay last night, I think he was the P1 in quali. But I've told him to get in touch with you. He's looking for endurance as well as sprint stuff. Brian Racing Team.
Brilliant.
Yes, Gilles will get the appropriate punishments as he's not using a BRT approved car. Oh, somebody's going to get a spanking later on. That's not good. That's not good, especially when he's... do you know, I actually thought that looked a different livery. I'm not going to lie.
Right?
That is
I've got a livery on my screen.
Oh, I'm assuming he has said he wants to drive one car and he's now driving the BMW. I think that's maybe what he means. So yeah, absolutely. So Simon sounds like an absolute lovely guy, quite a fast driver. So hopefully he gets in touch with you and he's going to sort something out. But Vandenbroek is certainly sitting still with the 129.2. Howard has parked it in the pits. There's just under 4 minutes left. Is Howard going to come back out and try again? I mean, hundredths of a second can be made anywhere on the track. It really can.
As long as they don't get a drive-through penalty or anything for racing to start.
Lewis still...
The grid's pretty good, right? Sorry, jump over you. The grid's pretty close, man. The grid is really good.
Top 10 covered by 1 second.
So yeah, the cut-off then basically was a... I've lost it now. But it's looking like either 131. So...
Yeah. And then the 130.5 is the strike.
It is a strike. So essentially, everyone 15 and above is going to get ballast. So stewards better get their crayons out now. Then
I'm telling you,
start putting that ballast get sheet updated.
Yep. Sharpen those crayons as quick as
that's going to be close.
That's a lot of work. That is
but that's going to bring the grid so close together.
It absolutely is.
Gaps,
how
close as it is.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know. I would love to know what 10 kilos does to a car's time. You don't get biscuits, Charlie. You don't deserve them. We've got Ferrero Rocher in the comms box. Just saying. Yeah, I mean, I wonder how many 10 kilos would slow a car down by, and then I think I'll put my neck on the line and say maybe 2/10.
I was going to say a tenth or 2/10. Along those lines,
I mean, you've got a couple of long straights on this track, but it tends to be the corners where there's...
Here we go. 10 kilos is usually a temp, Charlie put. So yeah, we're bang on.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Charlie. I'll take that back now. You can have a Ferrero Rocher, but don't tell anyone.
Biscoff biscuit.
Oh, a Biscoff biscuit. Oh. So Vandenbroek's still out. I'm assuming he's. I mean, he is warming his tyres back up. I don't know if he's going to go and try and smash a 129.2. That is very, very quick. You have some very fast drivers, Christian, in your team. Kudos to you. Morganella in the VM Tech still going. He's 2/10, just over 2/10 off, and he will be able to get round for one more lap. He has got Vandenbroek right behind him, so I don't know if Vandenbroek's going to slow down. And then, yeah, notching the brakes there. Today we welcome. I saw that on Instagram. He welcomed a new driver, Cell. So the BRT equip is growing. Simon can reach out and we will support him. Awesome. That is absolutely awesome to hear.
I see what I'll do, BRT guys. Christian, what I'll do is I'll find Simon in our Discord server, create a ticket, and introduce you two together via a ticket. I think that might be the best way, and then you guys can, do whatever you need to do thereafter. I think that might be the easiest way to, make contact with one another. Because I assume he's in our Discord server.
Yes. Yeah, he was a driver interview last night, so. But yeah,
okay, perfect.
Because it can be done DMing somebody.
Of course. Yeah.
And based
and
on
obviously sorry, go on.
No. I was just going to read Charlie's message, but on you go first, and I'll read it afterwards.
No, I was just going to say, obviously, it can be daunting, and obviously we want to help BRT guys because they've been fantastic to us. So more the merrier. If we can get them an extra fast driver on their roster, that'd be amazing.
Absolutely. Hello, Zita. How you doing? Notice you haven't been doing many practice laps.
Oh, are we sandbagging, Zeta? Are we? I'm joking, of course. I'm looking forward to that Lambo, Zeta. Actually, how fast you can make it go.
Your livery was is looking good. I know you were saying it was kind of disappearing for you earlier on, but it is looking good at the moment. So the only person left at the moment is Morganella. Are they going to improve any? It doesn't look like it. Longo Tegas is in. We've got.
That's on an outlap, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, Steve Brady. He is going for it.
Outlap.
He's. That is it. So we are going to run through the top. Well, the full grid actually, 23 drivers.
Do you mind if I grab myself a quick drink?
You grab yourself a quick drink and I'll stutter over these names.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. ZT, you figured 2/10 was close enough. Absolutely. So, in P1, we have the BRT of Vandenbroek in the 91 BMW. We then have Howard in P2, who's in the chat. Good luck, Mr. Howard. We then have Randall in P3 with a Porsche. With the 21 Porsche. P4, we have the VM Tech Morganella in the 46 BMW. P5, we have... I was looking for their name there and it's gone because it's finished. We've got Lou in P5 in the 37 296. Craddock is in P6 with the McLaren. Mancunian is in 7th with the Lamborghini. So 2 Lamborghinis on the grid. We've got Dirk in 8th with the number 8 Ferrari. We have... Let me just do this. I'm trying to get it so we can actually see the liveries. So we've got Dirk in P8. We've got Simeone Tegas in P9. We have Danielle Longo. We have our very own Zita in P11. We have Philip Lee in P12 with his 296. We have Mark Meekin, P13, unlucky for some, but not him. We have got Eduardo Pippi, who has been driving with us before. We've got Steve Brady, P15. We've got Kevin Pikiri, P16. We have got Shihan, here we go, Guanawarden in the 225 BMW. Apologies for pronouncing your name like that. We have Roberto Pitoles in P18. We have Antonio Cavalli in P19. We have the very own Mr. Stephen Hood in the Jag. In the 666 Jag. In P20 we've got Brandon with that beautiful Toga Esports liveried VM Tech McLaren in 21st. We have got Sonny Holtzman in P22, and at the back but not out is Finlay Reddington in the Red Bull liveried 296. Good luck to everybody who's racing tonight. I hope you enjoy it as much as you get something out of it in terms of learning or in terms of basics of racing against someone else. And this rookie league, the rookie championship, is all about learning and becoming a better driver, safer driver, a better driver, and a quicker driver if possible. So good luck to everybody who is racing tonight, and we absolutely look forward to when we get going. Finlay, how you doing? Good evening. Good to see you in the chat. Simon, how's it going? Beware of the drive-thru. We were just commenting earlier saying it was the most weird start we've ever seen in Toga Motorsport history. Julius, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Is Gilles related to Alex? I don't know. You would need to ask the BRT team who are in the chat. So you do. But Simon, tell me about it. Oh man. In fact, Simon, we were just talking about you. You might find you're attached to a ticket in Discord, because we were talking to Christian about you and about the fact that one, you're from Belgium, and two, that you're maybe looking for a team. Mr. Brian Ritz, not that you're aware of, just a very similar named thing. It's easy to confuse when you see a surname and you're like, oh, I wonder if they're related. The gap was too big with the start. It absolutely was. Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Vandenbroek. Oh no! There's Commentator's Curse. Hello back. There's Commentator's Curse right there. I think Simon's actually in the chat, in YouTube chat.
Oh, even better.
Vanden Vingart. Oh no! What are you doing?
What's happened?
Vandenbroek's just stuck it into the barrier a couple of times in the formation lap. I don't see any damage.
Is he running TC? Oh, he has got damage on my screen.
Oh, is it? Oh dear.
Yeah.
He got a little bit too excited and loud pedal there. Whoopsie. Yeah, that's not how to warm your. That's not how to warm your tires up, for sure. So I knew that was going to happen. That's why I've covered it with cinematics. He just bent it in the wall a lot. He did, yes.
Nice work.
Yeah, Casper. It was all planned. Much love to the BRT team. There was nothing to see at all. Sel, good evening. How are you doing? A very big welcome to the BRT team. It's great to see you in there.
So many BRT members in
there. There are so many BRT drivers. It's amazing.
And Julian's in there as well.
Julian. Poor Julius. Poor Julius. So, for anyone who was racing last night, this is how you do a start. I'm just saying.
Are you sure about that?
Well,
are you committing to that?
I'm committing to this because look, everyone's side by side in King Julian. So they are all lining up. They're all going to get the 70 kilometer an hour. Easy for me to say. Speed limit. Oh my goodness, my brain just died.
On the JD again, have you?
I wish. So everybody's all lined up. Red light on the gantry. We are about to go racing for split one, race one of the rookie season. Good luck to everybody. Keeping their formations. Who is going to go first? We are green. We are racing, and they are off. What a start for Vandenbroek. Absolutely leaving that Aston Martin.
Good start as well by look of it in the background.
Oh, three wide. No, there's contact. VM Tech and the Porsche. It doesn't look like anyone's lost any positions there.
We're still good. We're still good.
And I have to say, at the moment, it might be early to say that, but no red flag. That's 2 races and 2 nights.
Why did you?
I know. I just said that. Great defending by Howard in the Aston Martin, sorry, our race control goes mental at the start of races, so it's very difficult to actually see
it's difficult, isn't it? Yeah.
who is actually in what position. But you see that Aston, that Porsche is all over the back of the Aston. Like Hayden said, you absolutely called it. You know, we just don't know how that ballast is really going to affect the Aston and how it's going to change. But you can see that Aston is struggling already. Race
You've
fuel.
got to rev it. You've got to rev it hard, Gaston, for it to go anywhere. So yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were literally standing still. Brian, just to let everyone know, BRT doesn't pay drivers for giving loving words about the team. Yeah.
Why not?
He's a dude. No, oh, poor Brian's only. Brian, is the team's named after you and you're not even getting any cut of the money? That's terrible. So, again, Vandenbroek keeping everything tidy. Hopefully he's maybe learned his lesson from binning it twice on the warm-up lap.
I wonder how the damage is going to affect him, though.
Well, exactly. It's an hour-long race. There's one mandatory pit stop, fuel and tyres.
We've got a car in the box.
Oh, already?
Sorry, Mac. Yeah.
Take us in. That must be for
That's got to be damage. That's got to be for damage, yeah. They can't, unless they're going to retire the car early, I doubt that'd be damage, won't it?
I don't see any damage. That's the most confusing thing. Do you see any damage on his car?
I didn't check, to be honest. Right. I've got auto camera, and we got a yellow flag for car 58 as well somewhere. Who's 58? That is it?
Oh, that looks like it's been a tangle. Let's see if we can figure out what's happened
99
here.
as well. That's Pippi as well is going slow somewhere on track as well.
Oh, he's just oversteer on exit. He's held his brakes, which is good.
That Porsche has really closed the gap, hasn't it, onto Howard right now. The gap is really, really short. Let me see the gap. 0.2 the gap. He's managed that Porsche seems to get the power down a lot better. Oh, it goes for thinks about it.
Absolutely. And he's having to defend. I mean, literally from the green light, he has had to defend. Morganella with a penalty already. That must be for qualifying, forcing another car off the track. So, yep, Stewart's absolutely on point and handing out when required.
Yeah, I think, sorry, jump over you. I think I saw that in quali actually happen. So, yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, and you can see the VM Tech BMW just behind. They're all starting to spread out a little bit. We're just having a look. DeLongo is looking to try and get past the 296 of Dirk. But, yeah, Gilles is flying. Stein, I hope you're well.
Dunkervalk, welcome.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, we've got to move up the inside into T1. The two Ferraris, that's P18 and P17. And that's opened the door for P19. Fuller's got a good run in the McLaren. It's going to be 3 wide going up the long stretch. Announce the corners, I'm really sorry. But Brandon's going to... He's not going to go in the middle of there, surely not.
No. I think he's just keeping a very close eye on what's going on here.
But the Lambo around the outside?
Yep, Lambo's taking him. He's been too busy looking at what's going on in front of him. And he's managed to claw it back. It's side by side as they go down here. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Brandon keeping the inside line just now, going defensive. And trying to be last of the late breakers. Manages to tuck McLaren in and keep it very, very neat and tidy. Kudos to Brandon for that move. That was a good defence. It's still 0.3 behind between these two, but Vandenbroek is just driving away. He's literally seeing a battle behind him and just rubbing his hands together.
It's exactly what I said at the start. It's so difficult to gauge how the ballast is going to affect you, because in quali, these guys, Howard and Vandenbroek were what, 10,000ths of a second separated?
Yep.
So, and then jump on ballast and then off you go. Yellow flag for car number 3 somewhere out on circuit.
Yeah, we're just watching a replay. He's ended up on the sand in the third last corner and end up spinning, so it's unfortunate. Kevin Pikiri looking to try and make a move into the first corner, taking the Lambo wide, trying to put Brandon off as much as he can.
He's bouncing.
Takes it heavy off in the curb. That's going to hurt. Howard has Howard's fighting back. He's under a second behind Vandenbroek now.
Well, yeah,
he is
really well.
It's almost like he's focusing on front rather than behind now, and he's just going for it. Maybe he's got used to the ballast now, and he knows how the car drives.
Yeah, potentially. Have you seen the top The top 5 though, Matt, last time around, a 30.3, a 30.4, a 30.5, a 30.4, and a 30.3.
Amazing.
P6 is a 30.1.
Yep.
So that, and also what's different to last night compared to tonight is that the top lot haven't got drive-throughs or penalties, so we could see this battle now. Oh, as he goes, Taylor's going to go around the inside of Howard. I think he's got him. Howard's had to run wide, and I think that might be a change of P2. I think it is.
It will be.
Yep.
Has Howard got any response to this now at all? That Porsche has been desperate to get past since the start.
Sorry, I got overexcited there.
No, not at all, not at all. So there's 3 of them battling here for P3 or P2, sorry. So Vandenbroek still 1.7 seconds. He will be feeling that this is his time to try and get the foot down and get away. Reddington looking as if he's been passed by a few cars. I don't know if he's had an issue with the car or what's happened.
Car 3, yes. I think he spun like last lap, I think.
That's the same corner as he spun it before, yep, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh no, he's managed to keep it. He's went over the sand, so he's...
Okay.
Oh, Meekin side by side with Holtzman and takes from the outside line of turn 3. What a move that was. Let's have a quick look at that again. Just as they come up, McLaren keeping defensive, which he absolutely has every right to do, but the 296 just outbraked them and swept across, so hats off Meekin, that was a great move to get that. Now we've got a switch in place. Howard has got past Craddock, so at some point Howard has lost a position and gained it back again.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, I'm riding on board with Ethan Craddock, because Howard is struggling in that Aston Martin right now. Really struggling. He's about to lose another place, I believe.
Look at that. Just climbing onto the back of that bumper as they come up to turn 1. He's had to go defensive, so if McLaren was clever, just slide back in and then take the racing line. And again, just as Hayden said, the Aston is all about torque. You need to keep the revs high as much as you can to drive the car. It doesn't do well against other cars unless you're Peter Romeo or someone else who's very, very good with Aston Martin. But able to keep that, and the Lamborghini of Mancunian kind of getting passed by Craddock now, so it's all switching position. Howard will be loving that. The more they fight, the more he can just drive off and try and catch Morganella, who's now into P3 with some of Davida's
great
beautiful
driving
tuition. So absolutely. We've got a 3-way battle. Mr. Stephen Hood in the wars and has been passed by 296 and the other 296. Oh, that was a bit close, a bit closing door there. The 296. Another barrage of penalties coming in now. There's a warning.
10 seconds for... Yeah, sorry, Mac. 10 seconds for car 26. Wow, that's a lot. That must have been an interesting collision.
There's also a warning for car 46 for contact, so they need to watch how they drive. 5 seconds for car 79 for causing a collision with 99, and 5 seconds for car 3 with collision with 973. Stewart's busy at it already, and Vandenbroek now...
Sharpening their crayons.
Absolutely. You're really getting into the crayons, aren't you?
Yeah.
And then once you get back there, you'll see the bloody commentators, honestly. Oh my God. But again, Howard having to go defensive. He's really not able to attack at all to try and get back onto the back of that VM Tech BMW. He's now side by side as they go down.
He's going backwards.
Yeah, this is pain for the Aston driver right here. But McLaren just sizing him up, not really having to make a huge lunge. There's 50 minutes left, and there's 15 minutes before the pit window opens. So it's a shame to see the Aston suffering like that, but the ballast is there for a reason, to try and keep everybody as close as they can. And I have to say, most of the grid are very close. It looks like Lee has got past Pikiri down in P19. Although Pikiri's coming back side by side into turn 4. Very, very good battling. No doors
Little
getting
touch.
banged.
Yeah.
That was beautifully done again. Pikiri's
nice
switching
work.
again, trying to see if he can put off the 296 driver. But he will know that there's a 5-second penalty that will be served in the pits.
There's no point battling, is there? I mean, you got to
No.
be clever here and think, well, I might as well just, if I can stick behind him, gain time, and I'll be all right. I'm going to gain some places. But yeah, this is an interesting battle, isn't it, for a P9 right now?
It is. It is. You've got basically 3... Oh, no. That's one less 296 to deal with.
Commentator's curse. Managed to keep out of the wall, though, so credit to him for not smashing into a wall.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Talking of a crayon drawer, there's one in the chat.
He's the king of crayons, Mr. Dexter
He is.
Cray.
The crayon. Right, sorry.
Just remember, he came up with that, not me, Dexter.
Yeah. Dexter crayon. Brilliant.
Oh, man. So, Cavalli, who has got, and it looks like the same team, maybe RRT, who are battling at the moment, but they've got Mr. Stephen Hood, who's in P11 with the Jag. That is a good position, considering he was in the 20s, or very high teens, and the
Hang on, so he's moved the ballast time down by 5 temps. Sorry, Mac.
No, that's okay.
So the ballast has gone down by 5 temps. Okay. And the strike at the same time.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
sure what he means by the strike at the same time, but I understand the bit he's talking about, the ballast by time calculation that he's got.
This is... Oh! I was quite
That's
close.
the Ferrari that,
That's
yeah,
the
that's
Ferrari
Ferrari
that binned it
that's
in turn 1, so Longo just trying to claw his way back up. We've also got at the very back, we've got Reddington, who's challenging Takis for P22nd. A lot of 296s. Obviously, the 296 is a reasonably stable car for beginners to learn in. As I say that, poor commentator's curse again. Okay, I'm going to go and look somewhere else now. That
is he the next Tippy, is he?
Yeah, it looks like it. Howard just not able to get away from the McLaren or the Lamborghini at all. I think that the Aston has its advantages, but at the same time, you know, the McLaren is a really good car all the way around the track. Dexter was too slow to many people today and yesterday braking it. It's just for this track, and you've removed the strikes from those who would have not got one today as well. Okay.
Oh, I see. So we're not applying strikes to people today, by the sounds of it then. Okay. So you get a free pass because of the track, and was too slow to many people.
Do you like the Red Bull Ring?
I love the Red Bull Ring. Yeah. I actually find the Red Bull Ring quite fun to drive.
Mm-hmm.
As you ride on board, that is a great move.
Yep,
Step that up the inside there from Mark in the 296 Ferrari. That was perfect.
And well done to the BMW driver for seeing it and you know,
he's going to get it back though, I think.
Yeah, he could do it.
If he's back in his toe, he should be able to get him under braking as well. Both pretty even on terms of braking. So, but yeah, that is good driving for both of those two.
Absolutely.
There, the Ferrari actually gets a great exit.
In the background, there's a Ferrari spinning around.
Another prancing horse gone.
Yep. It's off to the stables. So this battle isn't done. The 296 is not driving away as you would expect it to from that BMW.
No, it's actually really good. You would imagine that with BMW is more grunt over, top speed anyway, but that Ferrari is just literally pulling away.
Yep. And a 5-second penalty for Dierk as well in P16 to be served when he is into the pits. Vandenbroek just sailing off into the sunset. 5 seconds between him and P2. Morganella is hunting down the Porsche as much as he can in the VM Tech BMW, and you can see the brake discs of the Porsche are literally on fire. They are so red that you could fry your eggs on it. And just wondering if the Porsche is a brave choice for a rookie, don't you think?
Big time.
Yeah, I mean,
it really is.
That's,
It really is.
That's...
There's only one in this race, and he's currently P2.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. He's obviously a very competent driver, but you can see Morganella right onto the back bumper of this Porsche now. And anyone who doesn't know, the Porsche is obviously a rear-engine car, and the fuel tank is in the front. So the more and more fuel that gets burnt off, the more lighter the front becomes, which then it becomes a bit of an issue. You need to adapt your driving to that style for the car, unless you want to just be spinning around on the track. So whether this is part of it, because I say under 10 minutes now for the pit window to open, has he maybe fueled just for the first half, and he's going to take on fuel for the
possibly.
next?
That's possible. I mean, when I drive the Porsche, I always overfuel the car.
Yeah.
Just so that when obviously the fuel does start burning off, it's not a big drop off, because you're right. The front goes so light and then the rear just steps out and it's basically game over. There's a nice move up the inside. Was that, I'm not sure who though. Sorry, those
Dirk
two
and Brady maybe? We just watched the replay of...
Yes, it was, yeah. Yeah, it's a good move up the inside. But
Yeah,
going back to
absolutely.
the Porsche, I always overfuel the Porsche ever so slightly, just for that reason alone, because of the fuel.
Yeah, absolutely. You do whatever you can to make the car as stable as possible. So yeah, a few penalties, but not as many as last night. So it looks as if this split, certainly at the moment,
Behaving more, aren't they, than yesterday?
There's a bit,
I mean, there is a bit of damage on the front of that car, isn't there?
There is.
But that's quite interesting, because the Lambo being in P7.
Yeah.
That's a really good drive there by Paul.
Yeah.
Like, a really good drive. I mean, he's got a little bit of front end damage, as you can see, and he has got two Ferraris literally on the rear of him. I think, are they teammates? They're running the same livery, are they?
They've run in the same livery. One is saying RRT and the other one isn't. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's maybe just a thing. But Zita looking under pressure from Mr. Stephen Hood as well.
He's driving the wheels off of that Jag.
Absolutely driving the wheels off that Jag. And Zita under a little bit of pressure now. I promised Zita I wouldn't actually go to her at all. I would just focus on people around her. Maybe the commentator's curse would benefit her in some way, shape and form.
I was going to say, yeah, going back to that move, is that car's got past, hasn't it? I'm not sure who's changed positions, but I swear the two Ferraris have just swapped positions there. Because they're running the same livery. I swear they've just changed positions.
One's got the lights on. I think is the only difference I can actually.
That's a move.
No!
He gets at the stick. They both gone so. Oh my God! He's like,
no!
That was. They can see that was good. But he's pulled out. He's lifted.
Yeah, he has lifted.
That's good. That's left Zita now. Zita's flashing her headlights.
Yeah, she's like, get out of my way. As she does get past, Stephen Hood does not get past. And
she's going to go back for the switchback.
Yep, the 296. Everybody's through cleanly now. Zita has got the draft from that big wing of the 296. Stephen Hood doesn't seem able to get past as the 296 goes past the Lambo. I wonder if there's more damage on that car now, front and back. But he's now just lost 2 positions, almost 3 positions. He's now a sandwich in between.
Flag. There's a yellow flag. There's a car off the track there. Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
Cheers.
Stephen Hood going past on the back. He's looking to try and make sure Zita having a look down the inside. Oh no, there's contact between the Lambo and the Jag. I don't know if Lambo was unaware of that big, huge Jag that was beside him, but...
yeah, and Stephen probably on the brakes, not as good as the other more modern GT3 cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just gets it a bit slowed down. Takes a little bit longer than the other cars to get it slowed down. But tell you what, great driver from Steve. He's doing a great job in P11 in that Jag.
Absolutely. Not many people can tame that Jag. I've only seen 2 or 3 people, so hats off to Mr. Hood. He's maybe been putting a bit of practice in at night.
He's now under pressure now, though, from that Ferrari. He said he's been away for a while. I bet he's been away. Oh, big slide. God, that was commentator's curse. Sorry, he had a real big slide coming into the last corner, did Stephen. Sorry for the noises there.
Oh, yeah, we're just watching a nice drift. Certainly a need for speed. Might be giving him a wee call, see if he wants to do a drive for them. But position has been swapped. Zita has got past. She's now up into P7. An amazing drive. Yep.
Sorry, there is a massive battle now for P2. We've got literally 4 cars literally right next to each other. Randall is struggling in the Porsche now, big time. Howard is pulled onto the back of him. Then you've got, is it Craddock? Is it in P5, car 87? Then they're trying to get back past. Sorry, they haven't. They've changed positions.
They have changed
positions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Morgan is now 4th.
Yep.
In this race, and the Ferrari.
No 3rd.
He's saying 4th on my screen.
Yeah.
There we go. 4th. It's changed. Oh,
sorry. Yeah. So obviously P1's away ahead. Sorry, I was getting confused there. Absolutely.
So I'm not sure what's happened there. But
yeah, because Morganella was 3rd.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, they were.
Being Billy.
No, they were.
But interesting now, the Aston's coming back at the Porsche. And look at the run the Aston's got. I'm not sure really straight line speed who's going to have the faster car coming into T1, but it's going to be a tight line for the Aston to make the move
very,
come
very
there. He's
tight.
going to have to yield.
But
the Porsche does well.
Absolutely. You took the words right out of my mouth. Really good
McLaren
racing.
Of Craddock is literally all over the rear of that BM. Look at the toe, the draft. Oh my days.
Morganella up the inside.
Yeah.
Or the outside, sorry.
Who's going to break latest?
Yeah.
Round the outside we go.
Oh, Morganella's now got the McLaren beside him.
Jeopardises it, doesn't it? Yep. Yeah. If you don't get that corner right, you jeopardise the exit speed as well, and you're literally stuck. Basically, you lose out places.
Absolutely. And it's such a long drag all the way down to 4th corner as well. If you don't get a good exit, it's just good night.
Morgan needs to and Morgan needs to be careful here, not to start overdriving the BMW. Yes, he might be given a 10-second penalty, but if he starts driving more erratically, he's only going to get further penalties. So, you know, maybe does he start thinking, do I just let the McLaren pass? Do I battle him too hard because he doesn't want to get slapped with another penalty?
No, absolutely
Honestly, does he?
No, absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much, Casper. Oh my God.
Oh, Casper, you're far too
Cheers,
generous.
beer.
Thank you so much. I hope you're having a beer tonight or whatever your tipple is. Much love to you, Casper. Thank you so much.
That means a lot.
It absolutely does. So 46, who is Morganella, was the one that got the warning for lap 1 and then has been given a 5 seconds. So the warning must have been added on to... Another 5 seconds must have been added on top. It was a push to pass on car 21, which was Randall. Right. So this is where, if you were an alien, you would be thinking, I need to get past Howard. I need to try and make as much time up as I can when it comes to pit stops. But he has got that McLaren all over the back of him. Craddock is desperate to get past as soon as he can.
If my maths are correct, when Morgan pits, is he going to be only losing out on maybe 1 or 2 places? Zeta is plus 8 seconds.
Two places.
So he's going to be, worst case, P8. Sorry, P9. Is that P8? P8 is going to be, P8. So not the end of the world.
No,
but still,
not at all.
You know, he's got to do he's got to have a storming second stint. To be able to get, you know, to be back where he is.
Oh, the acid goes wide. Oh, that is not going to help him. And now, can Morganella make any move here? Coming down, having a look in the mirrors, just making sure they go as wide as they can legally to get a sweep down into this little technical section, which is, it feels so good when you get it right, but it kills you when you get it wrong. David, I can assure you he's thinking, make it out alive.
I tell you what, for being in his first rookie race, he's done a fantastic job.
Oh, honestly, Christian, thank you so much.
Can't stay behind, really. Spending Christians tonight, cold
thank
sweat
you,
smile.
Man. Honestly,
that is very, very appreciated. Lots of love to you all.
We should be on commentary duty all the time.
We should be. I know that. Bloody hell. I mean, this is going to... the amount of Ferrero Rochers we're going to be able to buy out of this is unbelievable.
Charlie could have a whole packet
Charlie
of biscuits
could have a packet. I know, exactly. There'd be ginger nuts or something like that. There wouldn't be, obviously.
Yeah, I have heard the rumours.
Oh, man. But thank you so much. All the love and support. All any support of money goes straight into running costs for Toga, so we can put championships like this on. They don't line anyone's pockets. I can assure you, Hayden is not in a yacht in the Mediterranean just now, commentating. He wishes he was, but he's in a rubber dinghy in north of London at the moment, so that's about as good as it gets. But Stephen Hood, Mr. Hood, is not happy with 9th, is wanting to go for P8 now.
Let's go, Steve. Come on, let's go.
What is going on?
Just put it back into perspective. The money that we've, been given tonight is pretty close to paying for a whole month of servers.
Wow.
So that's how much it means to us. Like, I don't want to. I'm not going to play a small violin here. Don't expect it anyway. But we are funded by me essentially, and kind donations that people give. So honestly, it does mean so much to us. What the small you can give. We don't expect it. We really don't. We don't go live expecting touch what we can make 30 quid tonight. We just do it for the love of it, really. Yeah,
absolutely. Thank you very much, BRT team and Casper and everyone else who has donated. We're seeing some pits now. Randall, Mancunian,
open.
Zeta.
Randall's in. I thought Randall was struggling on tyres, like when he was battling with Howard, I thought Randall looks like he's struggling here. So I think the pit window's come
at the right time,
quite nicely for him.
We've got Pikiri and Pippi also into the pits now. So it's going to be who blinks first. Vandenbroek 7 seconds ahead. I really don't think he needs to worry too much.
He hasn't got to worry,
But it's Morganella who is battling with Howard. Now Howard has got a nice little gap at the moment from the BMW, but we've seen him going wide not long ago, and he clears the corner fine this time, so doesn't look like too much of an issue. But yeah, Morganella sitting nice, but has that 10-second penalty, which is going to drop them down several places, as Pistolies has got a 15-second penalty.
Ow. What was that for?
So it must just be a culmination of penalties. What car number are they?
26?
26. Yep, so there's a 5-second for causing a collision with car 12. They had a 10-second for collision with a car 225 in the first lap, so two penalties added together now for that, which they will have to serve. If anyone gets a penalty after the pit stop, they're not required, unless it's a drive-through or a stop-go, they're not required to stop again. Time gets added on at the end of the race.
But you say that Vandenbroek's in a comfortable position. It only takes for an overspeed in the pit lane, and basically his P1 is just wiped out.
Yes,
no pressure. No pressure on him or anything.
I'm sure the BRT team have been practicing their pit stops.
You never know this situation. But like I say, we say he's high and dry. He's really not that high and dry. It only takes a miss, and also this pit lane here at Red Bull Ring is difficult at the best of times because you're downshifting. You don't know where the pit. Almost for me, it comes out of nowhere.
Yep.
The pit board, and you're like, oh Christ, I've got to slam on my brakes to be able to then not overspeed. So
we saw last night there was a collision because someone was going into the pits from P1, and it ended horribly. So as Hayden says, you cannot take that corner at full speed that you would normally take it at, because it's so tight to get into the pit entrance, and you've got that solid white line right across the middle of the track.
And you might, and also we said it in the driver briefing, is that if you cross that line, your infringement, that potentially is a penalty. So you don't really want to be pushing your luck in terms of trying to think, and then if you do it properly, you maybe lose a second just by getting into the pit. So
there's a battle here. Howard had a horrible exit out the corner. They're now side by side. Morganella going for P2, has got past, but it isn't complete yet.
Raw pace.
Absolutely.
Pace.
Oh, no. Oh, Aston turned in on him. Is what I saw, but I'm not assured.
That was it looked very much so.
That was unlucky. So it was. Morganella had every right to go for that inside line, as far as I could see. but it's unfortunate because they were really fighting. Can I also say Mr. Hood is now in P5? Obviously pit stops, but he's battling with that 296. He does not give up. He genuinely...
he's doing a great job in that.
He is doing an awesome job.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of drifting. I think he's looking more out his side windows than his front window, but he looks like... Do you know... I never ever thought I could understand when somebody says a driver looks like he's having a great time. I think Mr. Hood's having an awesome time tonight. I think he's really enjoying himself. Obviously,
he looks it, really does.
Yeah, absolutely. As that 296 goes into the pits, releases Stephen to do what he does best, just drive the wheels off the Jag. He's still got 4 minutes and 15 seconds to make his pit
laps,
stop.
you know.
Yeah.
He's got 2 laps of clear air, essentially, to... If he really gets... He's gonna jump P26. He's obviously behind him, but now in the pits for 15 seconds. So Steve's gained a place there, essentially, in the pit stops. If he puts some good laps in, he's got Morgan with a 10-second time penalty.
Yep.
I think Steve could jump a couple more places before the end of this race, you know.
Absolutely. And obviously Morganella, even though it looked like a slow speed impact, will have damage of some kind.
Yeah.
And do they decide to repair it?
And with Howard too, right? Howard got damage.
Absolutely, yep. So that all plays into it as well. Sorry we're not reading your messages out. We're kind of getting caught up with the excitement here. BRT pit stops, what's that?
Oh, sorry, Luke Sherlock on Twitch. He said a Jag in P5 with a love heart.
Yeah, man. Jag is now in P2 now, actually, because of the pit stops. Zita under a little bit of pressure, but she is extending. Oh, no, that's not how you take that last corner, Zita. Sorry, I forgot I wasn't going to watch her. I do apologise, Zita. I broke my rule there. So Vandenbroek out into P3, and he will take over that P1 once Morganella and Stephen take to the pits. We have Craddock. Now Craddock was fighting for P5, is now going to take P2 with Howard in P3. So Craddock has managed to jump Howard, and maybe Howard did end up fixing damage, but Craddock has been consistent enough to put himself into position here. Absolutely amazing. 15 seconds for Randall. Let's have a little look and see. We've got a 5 second for car 24, which is Howard. Howard has got a penalty for that collision with Morganella. So that has just come in. And a 15 second for car 21, which is Randall, for causing a collision with car 99. Wow. Okay, so...
I'm calling it. Steve Hood in the top 5.
Wow. Okay, for everybody in the chats, who thinks we can get a Jag into P5 by the end of this race? Let's see some love for the Jag. Absolutely.
Although I think he's losing out on places now. I think he's now currently P7, but still.
He'll thank you for the commentator's curse.
Well, no, I think with penalties, I think he could get...
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, Morgan still gets a pit. He's got 90 seconds before the pit window closes.
Stephen into the pits now.
Well, he's just coming out. So Steve's coming out into clear air right now in P6.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, P7. He's come out in P7.
But he will be P6 because Morganella's just come into the pits.
Oh, no, he's now P8 on my screen.
Oh, there's a bit of damage on BMW.
I think race control is still catching up with itself. So he is currently, it's a P8, but he's going to gain 15 seconds from Randall, 10 seconds from Morgan, and 5 seconds to Howard. I mean, Steve could finish this race, obviously, when the checker flag in 5th place.
Yeah. It would be amazing to see, wouldn't it? And Stephen Hood is such a nice guy. We'll wish him all luck. So take us into the pits as well. Only 46 seconds left, and that's the Meechan. I'm assuming Meechan. Where is... Oh, Meechan's going a little bit sideways there. A little bit of drifting going on with the 296.
It's cursed again, was it?
Yeah, it was. Just as I changed over to him.
Yeah, nice work.
You can't teach this kind of thing. You really can't. So we've got Longo, who has been pestered with Pistolets in the 296 behind him, just looking to try and up into P10, but does Longo have enough to make sure that... Oh, he goes very, very wide. He needs to be careful. That could be a track limit warning. And again, that could be another track limit warning. So in 2 corners, he may have just got 2 track limit warnings.
I tell you what, Morgan has done a fantastic job to come back out into P5, just in front of Randall in P6.
Wow.
That is so by the looks of the car, he hasn't fixed damage.
Okay.
But he served his time penalty.
Amazing.
But Randall has got damage behind him, but also has a 15-second penalty. So,
yep.
I mean, if I was Morgan right now, Davide, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'd let the Porsche past.
Yep.
You're going to get that play. He's not going to be. Yeah. He's not going to disappear 15 seconds up the road in 25 minutes, is he? So.
No. And there's no point.
Oh, don't have contact!
Oh no, I was very close.
So close.
But could you maybe use his full name rather than just part of his name? It's Morganella. You're calling him Morgan. You thinking of Spice Morgan?
No, I'm just thinking of.
There's a Lamborghini into the barrier just in front of these two. That was Pikiri and the yellow Lambo side by side. And look at that.
I told you.
It was what's race control doing?
That done it for me as well. There.
Yeah, that's. Let's go back to a different fight, but absolutely, tactical thinking. That's tactical thinking, absolutely.
There's no point. There's no point fighting and potentially getting more.
It doesn't make sense.
More penalties to deal with. You just let him past.
Absolutely, doesn't make any sense at all.
No.
Just concentrate on your own race. We also have Brandon Fuller, who's heavily under pressure from the 296 of Dierks. Try and keep that Toga Esports team McLaren as shiny as possible for Saturday. We don't want any damage and repairs. Ollie will not be a happy man.
He's paying for it as well.
He has, yeah, absolutely, out of his own pocket. But Brandon doing an outstanding job. 15th position when he was 21st when he started. So outstanding. But we've got two 296s side by side going into the penultimate corner. That's close to a track limit. This track can be difficult with track limits. I'm sure you probably experienced that.
It's a nightmare. It is a nightmare. This track for track limits. You have to be so careful, especially on the run out of the last corner. It is difficult.
Absolutely, as you want to carry as much speed as possible, but unfortunately, Brandon passed by Dierks, who's up into 15th position now.
I think Brandon will be happy with the current 16th place. You know,
absolutely.
Genuinely, I think if you looked at Brandon before, he was, I don't want to be rude, but a bit more further down. To the fact that he's now, almost mid pack in this race is only an improvement, I think.
Can we also talk about Meehan, who's not pitted?
Yeah.
Or who hasn't fulfilled the entire pit stop requirements?
Yeah, I think he might have missed
fuel or tyres or something, but that's
not intentional, I doubt.
Oh, no, there's contact. Tegas getting past Lee by basically pushing him off the track, and they're getting passed by P1 at the moment, Vandenbroek, who really doesn't want to get involved in any drama, just wants a nice quiet race to keep
Heart
going.
in mouth moment, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the last thing you need to see. It's not shown on ACC, Charlie. It's shown as he's still got a pit stop outstanding.
Yeah, same for me. So I wonder if he didn't cross the board. I wonder if he crossed the line, but just after the timer ticked down. I mean, I think if he did come into the pits and serve his time, then we'll probably just remove his time penalty.
Yep.
But we'll look at that at the end of the race. It's only fair.
I'm just having a look to see, because normally race control can tell you pit count. Yeah, Meehan's had 3 pits according to race control, so it's maybe just he was slightly late in getting into the pit itself.
So he's on a 12-minute. Big slide. He's on a 12-minute stint, so that means he would have been just in the wrong time, I think.
Yeah, 32. Oh no! Don't rejoin like that. Oh my goodness. That wasn't the best, but he does give the place. So Simeone Tegas, well done for at least letting that 296 pass. But please don't rejoin a track like that. It's not beneficial for you, and you might take out someone who's actually fighting for
the lead,
the lead or something.
Or in the lead, sorry. Yeah, exactly.
We've got a 3-way battle with Cavalli, Zita, and Pistoles. Zita looking quite close to the 296. Now, I'm not focusing on her, I'm focusing on the car in front. Just in case anyone's going,
Well,
but you just
got a great exit.
She's
though,
got
by
an
the way.
amazing
Sorry to
exit.
jump over you.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
He's got the job done before really
Yep.
the start really goes. 99 is got a yellow flag, and that is the Ferrari in the wall somewhere. Careful. Yeah, nice.
Zita, I think Zita went round on her own there. Oh,
no.
I've done that at that corner so many times. It just seems to be
So difficult that corner to not lock up your car, lock up the tyres whilst turning, whilst trying to do, change gear, whatever.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to get it right.
Absolutely. Yep, so there's a four-way battle. Randall and Morganella still, this is not finished. As much as Morganella has got, I'm going to say allowed past Randall. He pretty much did. However, as a racing driver, you never give up. Either whether you're a rookie or you're an alien, you never give up.
Yep. No, true, and it's. I think Morganella. There we go. He's doing a good job. I think he's just staying within a second of the Porsche.
Yep.
Let's be honest. Is he going to make up an extra 2.5 seconds?
No.
Based on lap time, probably not. I mean, it's a couple of attempts quicker than the guy in front of Randall at this current moment in time, but that's not going to make up the time, is it? So might as well just cut your losses and go from there.
Absolutely.
Steve Hood isn't really doing the lap times that we'd hope he would be.
Sorry.
That's
She
right.
absolutely outbraked herself there and nearly collected a 296.
Ouch. Car 74 has just disappeared off the screen.
Oh.
I think he's had enough.
Meekin's into the pits and Pepe is into the pits. Meekin is a 74 car. Contact between the two 296s and Zita is basically watching this, hoping that she can just sail past, as these two seem to be loving knocking doors with each other. Brandon trying to catch up with Holtzman for P15 and looks like he's doing a good job, but this battle isn't over at all. Longo and Cavalli are absolutely hammer and tong all the way through. So yeah, we've got two cars pitted. One is Meekin and one is Pepe. Don't know if they've maybe just had enough. But oh no! Don't do that! Let's have a look at this again. Oh. So they beautifully backed it out of what could have been a collision, and then and actually collect Zita at the same time. Oh dear. So I think the stewards may be burning the midnight oil tonight, just trying to sort out all the collisions.
Best sharpen those crayons, Dex.
Exactly. Crack the whip.
Come on, Dex the crayon.
So car 4, in the space of 2 laps, has collected 20 seconds of penalties. Which is Cavalli, who was involved in that collision just now as well. So maybe getting even more.
Ouch. That's a big ouch.
That is painful. I
mean, he's got to be careful, Matt, not to get disqualified at this rate, because any more penalties really, and that's the stewards are, going to have to take matters into their own hands, really.
And we did see that last night. That there was 2 cars, 1 car disqualified, for pretty much dangerous driving, from what we could see. So the BRT team, Gilles is driving very well indeed. His only weakness is warm-up laps. Yeah, I think he might need some lessons on warm-up laps and how not to bin it into the barrier.
Brilliant. That is brilliant.
It just shows the sense of humour that BRT guys have as well, though. As you say, Morganella just keeping an eye on that Porsche and not having to.
There's no need, is there?
No.
He's there's no need. Although Stephen is now, he's not. Steve's really not putting in those lap times. But to see the Jag in the top 10, maybe I was a bit too pessimistic with a top 5 finish. Optimistic. Thank you. Sorry.
Well, he's going to make at least one place if he can keep this gap between him and Randall. He'll move up one place.
That is true.
So yeah, he will just be out the top 6, which is amazing. Oh, drive-through for Cavalli. There is a drive-through for Cavalli. It's drive-through.
Really?
Yeah, dangerous driving and accumulation of previous penalties. So the stewards are actually totally on this.
Oh, so hang on, you got a drive-through penalty for
dangerous
not
driving.
track limits. Range.
Nope.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Wow.
I mean, we've got 14 minutes left, but do you want to give a little synopsis of what stewarding is like for our races?
For a 4-hour race, well,
Sorry, just for one of our races.
For one of our races. Well, it all depends on the grid. I mean, sometimes it goes on the grid, who's racing, the track. So sometimes it can be interesting, to say the very least, in terms of a lot of penalties. But sometimes it can be, quite a, let's be honest, a bit of a bore fest. But sorry, I've just seen what the crayons put in YouTube chat. So when I do attend, I've done my fair stint of stewarding in the past. Lap 1, lap 2, lap 3 is always quite an interesting fiasco, if you like. We got there's normally about 2 or 3 stewards per race. One takes the front of the grid, one takes the back of the grid, and one sort of sits in the middle.
All right, okay.
And we're basically looking out for, at this point in the first lap at least, red flag situations.
Yep.
So if we lose out 20% of the grid in the first 2 sectors, then obviously we run a red flag. After that, obviously we let the first lap, 2 or 3 laps complete, and then we dive straight into the spreadsheet that we have. We've got a spreadsheet system where it automatically picks up contact between the drivers, and then we basically it's our job is to go through each line one by one, looking at it. The first couple of laps it's just door bangings at NFA, or you might get an odd hero who wants to try and take out everybody on a first few laps.
Sure.
And then we obviously dish out penalties accordingly that way. But I much prefer endurance stewarding than obviously live stewarding. Because it's a bit easier because it's done by reporting.
I was going to say
reporting with drivers.
Yeah. Oh, Brandon! Oh my goodness! Oh, there's all kinds of chaos going on, ensuing.
How many oohs you want to get?
So many oohs and ahs. Do you know, Charlie? I actually might sit in one day and just listen to the stewarding, because I've done no stewarding. I have no idea, no clue at all. But it would maybe help me to understand and explain if we're in a race where we don't have a steward who's a steward-stroke commentator. And so, yeah, sounds like you're watching fireworks. It kind of is fireworks. There's just so much going on. Can I also point out Cavalli's served as drive-through and now has 20-second penalty to deal with?
Oh, God. Poor chap.
Jeez. Ouchie. So, learning the hard way, unfortunately. As we see 2 of the 296s side by side, we've got DX and Cavalli, who is going to be the last of the late breakers, has come up here, and it looks like DX has just pulled out of that sensibly, I have to say. All that was going to happen there was contact between the two of them. And as much as we love seeing action, please bear in mind these are rookies who have stuck their neck in the line to do this live and have their names called out and have penalties, told to the world that watches our streams and our YouTube. So it's a very big learning curve. I've been in the rookies and I have made stupid mistakes, and I have known and had the stream on in the background, and it is really embarrassing. You're like, when you look at it later, you're like, why did I do that? I would never have done that normally. So we need to give a bit of leniency when we're commentating, because these people are practicing, making sure they've got a setup that feels right for them, and doing this as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, 100%. It's so difficult. Being a rookie is actually quite a lot harder than what people think it is, because there is a stigma around sim racing, and it's obviously only got worse in the last few months or so, when sim racing has really kicked up a notch, and it's a lot of people doing it. So people probably get put off by championships because you do get a good mix of aliens, semi-pros, pros, rookies in these championships. And if you're a rookie, it's so disheartening to be always at the back of a championship that's not designed for rookies. So
Yep.
that's where we come in and say, look, come race with us.
Mm-hmm.
You might necessarily not win because you're racing against other rookies, but we try and limit drivers or put ballast on people. So at least the
Yep.
grid is a lot closer. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
what is the grid? What is the full time between the leader and
1.5 minutes.
so that's a lap.
Yep.
That's a lap here. So
Yep.
yeah, I mean that's pretty good going over a 60-minute race.
Yeah.
That the gap between the top guy and the bottom guy is a lap.
Yep.
And that's pretty good.
Absolutely.
So that's pretty darn good. That's to be fair.
And it's also about learning racecraft as well. We don't just punish people and leave it at that. We want people to understand why they got punished, what they should do in the future that would stop them from being punished. And we saw there, just as Hayden was talking, that Brandon kind of basically gained a position from going off track and then eventually gave it back when he felt it was safe to do so. That's the kind of racecraft we're trying to teach, so that the rookies, I mean, Davida, who's in the chat, has been in rookies. Him and Peter Romeo were fighting tooth and nail in rookies and loving it, and these guys are now fighting in championships with very, very fast drivers in endurance, in sprints, in our small endurance as well, the 24 and 2.4. So if you are a sim racer and you're not following us, please go to SimGrid. We're the second biggest community in SimGrid, first for PC ACC. Please come and join us, join our Discord. There's races for every skill level.
Yeah, we do alien endurance races to just a bog standard GT3. We've done other races like Porsche only or manufacturers or 24 hours simulated in only 2.4 minutes, like 2 hours 40 minutes. So we do a lot of different style of racing, don't we? So
yeah, absolutely.
It's not just like we're doing rookies all the time. Sorry.
Ooh, that Porsche nearly took out Lou there.
I'll tell you what's quite interesting, Morganella has been extremely clever because he's sat on the back of the Porsche for this whole stint.
Yep.
And they both of them have gained up to Lou now, and essentially Morgan could gain an extra place here. Well, sorry, 2 places, because obviously he's already guaranteed a place in front of the Porsche anyway.
Yep.
But he could jump up again and get a 4th.
Yeah. It's it absolutely is, and they're coming up. Back markers, contact! Oh! Oh my God!
Say that out loud.
Oh, I need to watch that again. Let's go with Helicam. The back marker, at the end of looked like they were. Oh, he just lost it. That's what's wrong. Oh, everybody became as that basically was like a 10-pin bowling, where the ball came down.
Morganella's out. He's got steering problems.
Oh,
he's got suspension damage by the looks of it.
Oh,
yeah, he's
man.
RTG'd.
Oh. So Mr. Hood is in P6 at the moment.
I told you there's going to be a Jag in P5.
There's going to be a Jag in P5. There is going to be a Jag in P5.
No.
Yeah. So that was a horrible incident. So the back marker was trying to move out of the racing line. They ended up oversteering, which they have no control then. And unfortunately, 2 of the cars ended up straight into them, and Morganella took to the sand and unfortunately travelled so fast that straight into the barrier. That was not nice to see. But it's racing. You could see this happen anywhere. I've been a back marker more times than I would ever want to remember, and there's a lot of pressure as a back marker.
I was going to say, yeah, honestly, sorry. Being a back marker is actually harder than probably being on the lead lap, battling it for 1.
Yep, it absolutely is. To know you've got a fast car coming up. Now, we always explain in driver briefings, blue flag isn't like Formula 1. You don't have 3 blue flags and then, you get a penalty. The blue flag is to tell the slower driver there's a faster car truck coming. Please move out the way. If, for us, 0.4 of a second, if they're within that gap, choose when it's safe to do so. indicate left, move left, indicate right, move right. We make it as clear as possible so that they can decide, right, okay, I've got a straight coming up, I'm going to indicate and I'm going to move out the way, or I'm going to stay where I am and indicate so that they know they're going to have to go round me. It's their decision, but as long as they make it clear as possible. Dirks has now got a drive-through as well. Let's see if that is... so that's for... Is he car number 8? He is. So that has been given by the stewards for dangerous driving. So 2 drive-throughs have been handed out tonight for dangerous driving, and you can see the penalties that we have. Do you think the leaders had a bit to play in that, in terms of being so close to a back marker at a corner there was no way they were going to get past them?
What do you mean in terms of Lou? Was it Lou that got caught up with that?
Yeah, the 3 of them. So I think it was Lou that was the head of the 3 of them, and was so close there was no reaction that they could make to avoid it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is difficult to.
Yeah.
It is difficult to try and. I see what Lou was trying to do, because obviously he had a much better exit out of the corner.
Yep.
But then on the flip side, if there's a back marker coming up, the back marker is obviously a lot slower than you, hence why he's a back marker. That's no disrespect to the back marker, by the way.
Yep.
That's just how it is. For me personally, and I'm no expert here, I'm not saying I am for 1 second, but I would have lifted and just given a little bit more room to that back marker head, because you just don't know what's going to happen. You say try and be as predictable as possible. The back marker is probably panicking that he's got a faster car behind. He wants to move over as fast as he could. So no doubt he's probably, accelerated hard to try and move out the way, but just spun the rear wheels up and around we go. So
absolutely,
I don't want to blame Lou for it, but maybe if Lou's situation was a tiny bit different in terms of just lift a little bit earlier, just give that a little bit more space, then the back marker, chances are, would have given the place back in the straight, because they're coming onto the back straight.
Yep.
And, the situation could have been avoided, really.
Absolutely.
But,
yeah.
It's one of those things.
So, on the previous lap, Craddock was 7/10 quicker than Vandenbroek, and is now only 2.5 seconds behind him. Now,
Vandenbroek is coasting.
There's only
he's
2.5.
doing it on purpose.
Yeah, there's only 2 minutes 30 left. I mean, if this was maybe 10 minutes left, I think we would have been on for a decent fight. But as you say, preserve your time. Oh no, there's contact! Lou's taking out Randall. Oh, that was utterly just outbraked himself. I wasn't expecting Randall to break. Let's see if they do give the position back.
There's a long way back for that position to be handed back.
Yeah.
But is that going to promote Stephen into P5?
Well, I
mean,
Lou is going to end up getting a penalty for that, and I mean, look at the distance. He's not given the position back, so the stewards would look more preferable if Lou had stopped to allow Randall back ahead of him.
True.
He would get lesser of a penalty, but because he hasn't, and there's such a big gap between them now, he might find he actually gets a heftier penalty for it.
That's true as well. Yeah, that's potential.
And it's fair. I have taken people out on LFM races, on Toga races, and I've just stopped and just let them go. I've maybe lost a couple of places, but I don't care, because my priority is making sure whoever I've taken out, who's just been an innocent member of the racing team, make sure that they get ahead of me again. It is what it is. It's part, like I said, part of the race. What's the word I'm looking for?
Craft?
Yes, that's it. Thank you. The racecraft that we're looking for, and we're trying to teach here at Toga, so that even if people go and drive in other championships, at least they have a better understanding of what's expected from them. Etiquette and racecraft. Thank you, Charlie. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, BRT. I always forget to use my words sometimes. So 30 seconds left, and Mr. Vandenbroek, I think we haven't really focused on him at all in this race.
Yeah, it's a bit like F1. Everyone's doesn't watch Max Verstappen. They just watch
That's
the battles
right, yeah.
further down the grid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just when you come over the start-finish line. So
yeah. Rest in peace for Red Bull after today's announcement, by the way.
Oh yeah. So has he gone to Ferrari then?
No one knows yet.
All right,
It's such a shame for Red Bull, isn't it? Oh, I'm so gutted for them.
Flash your
I'm
life.
not a Red Bull fan, by the way.
Thank you very much for the follow, and there we go. Vandenbroek takes P1.
We missed it.
We kind of did. It's just I'm going to blame Flash Your Life for distracting me as that was. And Howard coming home with a comfortable 14 seconds for P3. He has had to work hard for that P3 today.
Big time. Aston's done a great job as well. Great job. Because at one stage I was a bit like, oh, Howard's struggling here, but to get on the podium, he's going to retain the podium as well because everyone behind him's got penalties. So, yeah, hats off to Howard there. Great drive.
I also suggest that Stephen Hood is 4th?
Is he? No, he can't be.
10 seconds for Lou for that collision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to be 4 seconds off the pace.
Yeah.
4 seconds behind, yeah.
Wow.
Close, Steve, close. Nearly a podium for the Jag. Unbelievable that.
We almost had it. So we do. This is unique to our community in terms of what we do. We Flash Your Life, please not. Okay, I won't. I'll try not to this time. Yeah, we do driver interviews. So what that essentially is any driver, doesn't need to be the first top 3. It could be the very last person. We just enjoy talking to drivers, getting their perspective, finding out how they're enjoying time in Toga, time in the Rookies Championship, and yeah, it's just nice. We get to know people, viewers get to know them as well, and we've got drivers in the chat as well. So we'll hang about and see if we have anybody that would like to come and speak to us. We don't.
I want to crack open another Hawkston, if not.
Oh dear. Well, maybe you should just crack one open anyway. Casper, thanks so much. I appreciate all your support and all that money that you've given to us for running course. Absolutely love you to pieces, Casper. Can't wait to see you next week in the championship. I'm not taking Charlie, and Charlie wasn't racing, so he can just wait. He can
stay there.
He can stay there. Absolutely.
He wants his packet of biscuits. That's what he wants.
That's what it'll be. Yeah. I know you're in the waiting room. You can stay in the waiting room. Well done. So Zeta, sorry, I didn't even see. Where did Zeta come? 8th. Wow. Well done, Zeta. Well done.
Zeta's in there.
Well, bring her in. Mank, first race started great. Then you randomly said hello to a wall. Tried to catch up, but good race. Are you Mancunian?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. How are you? Oh no! Oh no! Feldschlossen ran out of fuel on the line. Oh my goodness. Was trying to catch Zeta for her penalties. See. That, I mean, yeah. So how was your race, Zeta?
Pretty good. Got a little bit beaten around. But actually it was really fun to have some properly close battles with people for once. Yeah, there were some cars that was quite fun playing a little bit of a mind game, and I'm sorry, it was too easy to do to those Ferraris.
Yeah.
You're naughty.
I'm sorry, you set yourselves up for it, so I did.
I actually said that. I'm sorry, I actually did focus on you a couple of times. I apologise. I told you I wouldn't. I forgot, but it actually paid off because the 2 Ferraris did just decide to then take themselves out. So, yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's good. So, was a Lambo? Obviously, you're a genius when it comes to setups, but did the Lambo feel good for you?
It did up until the point in which I took a chunk of damage on the front end. And it ended up feeling like the KTM at the end of the 6 hour that we were running in.
Desiday on Twitch, thank you so much for the follow. It's much appreciated. Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, I mean, you were quick. You know, I saw your time in the practice and you were quick. Was this track specifically good for you, or was it just a good combination?
The car feels great. We've learnt a huge amount, and actually having the chunk of ballast and having to sort of reset the setup up for it. We didn't actually pick up as much as we were expecting.
Uh-huh.
So we ended up a little bit conservative on the setup, which didn't entirely help.
Yeah.
So I ended up slamming the car on the floor to try and drop the center of gravity, expecting a lot more ballast.
Mm-hmm.
But I should have taken more rear wing out than I did. So the front end wasn't as... It was a little more understeery than I'd have liked, but it wasn't horrific.
Okay.
Like I say, the car... literally, the car was absolutely fine up until we ended up... there was a couple of Ferraris that got it wrong on the last corner. I just had nowhere to go.
Yep.
And just ran into the back of them, so...
Yeah. It's one of these things. So...
After that point, the front end was really horrible, but otherwise it was more than manageable.
Yep.
Incidentally, that's why we went back out again in quali, as we chucked the setup in it and went, I hope that feels vaguely fixed, vaguely drivable.
Awesome. Right.
But no, it was really good fun. I messaged Dex going, because Alton's probably our weakest of the 4 tracks. So we may, depending on how we do in practice, we may fail on this one if we get too close to the times. Because if we get close to the times there at Kyalami and Barcelona, we're just going to end up flying, and it's going to be unfair. So
yeah. No, that's a good one. Nice.
We'll see how we do in practice. I may not be around for the next round. I might be. We'll see how we go. I'm about 8/10 down at the moment, but I'm still learning the track.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
Awesome.
Good. Right, okay, well, take care, Zeta. It's awesome seeing you in the track tonight. Well done. And
it was good fun. Thank you to everybody that's come and raced. It's been really good fun. Sorry to anybody that we did cause any problems to. But it's been great fun to be out racing properly and proper door-to-door racing again.
Yeah,
it's been great.
That's good. It's good to see you on the track. Right, take care, Zeta, and we'll speak to you soon.
Indeed. Have fun.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Right, I think we have various...
Harry was next.
Oh, Harry. Oh, is it you taking it from order? Look at you.
No, I saw Harry join after that. That's all.
Oh, right, okay.
I know Charlie technically was first, but Charlie didn't.
Charlie
race,
can
so...
wait.
Yeah.
I don't know if Harry can hear us.
I can.
Hello, Harry. How are you doing?
I'm good. Oh my god, the low end of the Aston. It just did not accelerate.
You literally spent an entire race defending more than anything else.
After the first couple of minutes, I lost P2 and I was in P3, and then everyone was swamping me. I thought, oh no, it's going to be a very long race.
Was that due to ballast, or...?
It felt like a boat compared to qualifying.
So it would be ballast related.
Yeah, coming out of turn 3, I just had no acceleration.
Yeah.
And everyone was just coming up on me, so I had to defend pretty hard. But
yeah.
Sorry to Morganella for the crash. Yeah, I was probably turned in on him a bit.
These things happen. It's part of it. That's why we have stewards. That's why it's a learning curve for everybody. Like I said, we all started as rookies, and I'm still a rookie. But no, I mean, you fought really well. Was there any point you actually felt the car starting to come to you, or was it always just feeling as if it was out of sync?
It was at the end of just before I pit, and then at the end of the race where it sort of came back down to a normal weight.
Yeah.
Then it felt okay, and I felt I was all right on my tires. So that felt all right. But yeah, I got 3 track limit warnings within 10 minutes. I was just trying to
nice.
The rest of the race.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm
all for that.
Yeah,
that's probably the best I could get today. So, the top.
Yeah, you can't moan at that. That's fantastic. I mean, we were saying in commentary, I'm not sure if you had it on in the background, but I was saying that the Aston at the best of times is a boat, but to slap it with X amount of ballast that you had is probably going to be difficult. And to see you in the podium, at one stage I was thinking, oh, he's going to be struggling here, but you've done a very good job to get it on the podium there. Honestly, cracking job.
Cheers, guys.
Are you looking forward to the second race?
Yeah, I mean, Red Bull's by far my best track, so hopefully I'll get slapped with a little less ballast.
Yeah, it's the only time you wish you weren't really fast.
Yeah,
but
good race.
No, it was enjoyable, and it was good to see you so far up, and congratulations with P3.
Cheers.
No problem. See you later.
Thank you, guys.
Speak to you in a bit.
Right, I'll let you pick the next.
I don't know who was next. Let's go with Steve. Let's bring Steve in.
Let's bring him in. Mr. Jag himself. Mr. Stephen Hood.
Mr. Jag.
Mr. Jag, that's what I'm just going to call him from now on, Mr. Jag.
Yeah, I would like to say it was relaxing, but I am flipping sweating. That was. I couldn't find the switch for the aircon.
Oh, no.
There was a long 60-minute race after being totally out of a sim racing shape, I tell you.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, it was really good fun to get back into it. But I was trying to remember, like, what the rules are. Where's the indicators? Which button did I assign it to? It was all over the place. Just hoping I didn't screw it up for anybody. But this time I had your stream running. So I had that on a different monitor with the audio slightly faded so I could hear you guys kind of going, well, there's been an accident. And I was thinking, where is it? Make sure I don't ram into them. Because I thought if I keep it on the track, I'll probably make up some places. Because my only chance to claw my way up.
Without calculations and the penalties, you'll be P5.
Yeah.
P5 in the Jag. Now, what position did you start? Were you not quite...
I think I was 20th.
I thought you were there, yeah. So that is colossal. I'd said in the stream, you probably heard it, saying... I never understood anybody who could commentate and say somebody looked like they were having a great time in the car, but you looked like you were having a ball in it. Obviously, you've raced in a Jag before, but like, did it feel like putting on a pair of old slippers?
It took me a long time because I've done about 10 laps this afternoon quickly in my lunch break just to get back into the car.
Yep.
But I was going much faster during the race because you start to follow people and you get back into the swing of it. So I could get back into sync with driving the car. The problem with the Jag I found was you really start to push it on the aging tyres and it really just wants to step out the back. So I thought my chances are I'm just going to wipe out at some point on the corner. But I could see people following one another and I thought, well, if they're following one another, there's probably going to be an accident.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, there were quite a few. There were 2 Ferraris, I think, ahead of me for ages that were they were faster.
Yeah.
One guy was following another one with a penalty, and I thought, I wouldn't do that. They'll probably take one another out.
Actually,
so I just started ticking them off. Yeah.
I've just been corrected. You are P4.
P4, there you go. P4. That feels worse. It's one step off the podium.
I know, I know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Maybe there's some late penalties to come in. I did one guy, I hit them under braking because I think they made contact with another car in front of me. So whoever that was, I apologise. I did tap them, but I couldn't get out of the way.
No, and I know there was times we saw people who became a passenger, and it was just collisions and things like that. But that's part of the rookie league is learning and things like that. But it's
totally.
so good to see you back in the car and really see you on track. So,
no, it was really good fun. I appreciate it. The commentary was great. I was listening to it in the background, and as always, you feel like you're part of a major event. And but it feels comfortable and welcoming. So that's good. All credit to you guys. I really enjoyed it. And,
thank you. To be fair, you're lucky you heard us talking about the race at all. Normally we're talking about anything and everything, you know. 1 minute it could be, you know, knitting a new jumper, or it could be which beer is your favourite beer. So
I did hear Freeport laughing. I had the volume quite low, but I was thinking, I kept looking up to see if it was my stream, like me just limping around in the Jag. But I suspect it wasn't, so I was all right.
Oh, man.
Really good fun. I appreciate you guys.
Oh,
thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your kind comments, and can't wait to see you next week.
Awesome. All right.
Cheers. Take care, Stephen.
Cheers.
Bye. Right. In Space has been in for a while, so...
Yeah, I'll drag him in.
Done already. I'm going to shut up because I've been talking far too much.
Yeah, Rose. Good evening. Can you hear us?
I don't know.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Hello. Let's maybe try somebody else quickly. Let's bring in Mr. Brady. Hello, Steve. How's it going?
Not bad, Mac. Not bad at all.
How was the race for you?
It was fabulous, I would say. Yeah, for sure. I enjoyed it.
how is this your first Toga event that you've raced with us before, or is it?
No, I've raced with you before. It's the first time. It's the second time I've spoken to you actually. But it's the first time I've spoken to you after I've successfully finished a race. The last time we spoke, I ran out of fuel in the race. This time I ran out as I crossed the line, so it was perfect.
But you did cross the line. That was the main thing, though, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay, that's. I mean, that's a tick in the box. At least you were better than the last time. So,
Frankly, I was over the moon.
I mean, that's fair. How was the McLaren in today's race?
It was good, and I was just saying I was talking to the race leader in the green room, interview room, and I'd never raced the Red Bull Ring before turning the practice server on this evening.
Wow,
interesting.
So the first lap I did was a 1:37. I think I got down to 1:30.8 by the end of the practice session. So
just by literally going round and round and round and round. Yeah, nice.
Literally just doing the practice hour. Yeah.
Well, that's what it's there for. We obviously. I lost my train of thought there for a split second. I saw something pop up on my screen. I completely forgot what I was going to say. I'll have to think of something else. Now. That's really annoying. Something popped up on my screen and I lost train of all thought. So your finishing position then, what was it in the end? Did you finish
12th? But it might be. I don't know how
probably
many.
More than that.
I was going to say
in terms of, penalties and.
I think the guy through me had a 20-second penalty, so I think I might actually end up 11th. But anyway,
top 10 finish.
Yeah,
considering you literally joined the server at the start of practice, was in the 37s to be potentially almost a tiny bit from a top 10 finish, that's not bad going, to say the very least.
It was astonishingly successful. Don't expect the same sort of performance from me next week.
That was my next question. Well, how are you feeling for next week? I think you've already answered the question.
I tell you, I don't even know what track it is. What track's it?
You put me on the spot now.
I was just going to say, I know he's only set the server up and everything else. It's Donington.
I'm the owner. Donington.
Donington next.
Oh well, at least I know where it is, which country it's in, so that'll give me a better chance.
Donington's a fantastic track. I think what I'd recommend is probably do some practice.
Yeah, that's excellent advice. I'll take that on board.
It's very narrow circuit, extremely narrow circuit to say the very least. And Sector 1 could be, well, put this way, I'd be very shocked if we don't see 2 red flags next week in both races.
This is like last season was filled to the brim with red flags, but today was I was impressed by how sensible it went.
You and me both. It was fantastic to see the drivers all behaving themselves. I mean, there's a few cars going off track, but that's just what happens. That's the nature of the beast. But all in all, fantastic racing. But honestly, thank you so much for racing. Congrats on the P11, potentially maybe a bit more, depending on penalties. Yeah, exactly. And hope to see you in Donington next week.
You will. Thanks a lot, lads. Cheers.
Take care, Steve. Right, we have Charlie. Hello, Charlie. My voice is going now.
Good evening, boys. What a race!
What a race!
How was the race for you in the chat?
To be fair, it was alright. It was busy. You saw a lot of chaos. I think one thing that is better than last season, which you just mentioned with Steve, is we've not had any red flags this season at all.
No.
Both in yesterday's race and today's race, which is amazing. And obviously lap 1 contacts happen, but no takeouts in that sort of respect. I mean, as a whole, some issues here and there, but it happens.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Am I allowed to swear?
No.
Poop happens. We get it. But obviously we're here to learn, and we saw it last night. Obviously, people apologise and take responsibility for it, which is perfect and what needs to happen. But it happens. People learn. People get better. And hopefully,
very much so. Very much so.
Hopefully next week we can have a bit more clean.
No, exactly.
But yeah,
right.
Good to see Mac on the steward sometimes.
We'll see. We'll see. As once my throat eventually does completely crap out, then I will come and sit in the steward's dusty, smoky room and find out with the wooden panels and all that kind of stuff. How
we'll give you a packet of free crayons.
Yeah, thank you.
We do have cough medicine, so you know.
All right. Okay. Well, that's,
you know.
I know. We've got
No Ferrero Rochers.
We've got some Bollinger up here that we're just about to crack open, so we'll send a cup of tea down to you.
Thank you. Appreciated.
We've also Pure Dexter has now been renamed by Hayden as well. As Crayon rather than just Cray.
Dexter Crayon.
Oh, I'm so glad it wasn't.
We have one more. We have one more up there.
Good racing by everyone.
Yep.
Thanks, Charlie.
And well done commentating.
Thank you very much.
It was like watching fireworks.
No, well, I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay. To be fair, we kind of gel quite well together, Hayden and myself. We kind of have a bit of a laugh and a bit of a joke in between things. So it's it's good.
That's what you need, though.
Dream team.
Absolutely. Right, okay, Charlie, thank you very much. We'll speak to you later.
Bye, Charlie.
Bye.
Bye, mate.
Mr. Davida Mandalisi. Good evening, Davida. How are you?
Good evening, guys. I'm fine, thank you. All good.
How is Morganella?
Sorry?
How is Morganella?
Yeah, he's quite angry, but he's fine. He knows it happens. It's just a little bit annoying. He's actually in the chat. He says he greets you for the event, even though he went away. I said to him, "Okay, go to sleep, whatever. Down. Yeah, cool down, boil off whatever it is in your head right now.
Yeah,
it's completely normal, I think, and yeah."
It is, and it's actually just unfortunate because the back marker moved slightly and it looked like it was allowing space for Lou up the inside, but then the back marker ended up getting oversteer, and then, I mean, Morganella was very, very skilled to actually drive off and avoid the collision, but unfortunately then became a passenger when he hit the sand. But driving so well and very consistent, quite clearly our coaching is paying off. So it is.
Yeah, thank you, man.
No, not at all.
I mean, I'm not here to talk too much because it's not like a driver interview, which I'm doing instead of Andrea. It's just I wanted to come here and thank you guys because of all the event organization. It's actually pretty mad to see 18 spectators right now at the very last interview, still on YouTube, and seeing your work paying off. Also,
thank you,
the stewarding was very, very efficient this time. I'm gonna say it was maybe the fastest I've ever seen here in Toga and in all the others event. And
absolutely. But you're a good example of rookies because yourself and Peter were in rookies maybe two seasons ago?
Three.
Yeah. And now you're not just in other championships. You're coaching. You're a fast driver. You're driving with different people in the Toga esports teams. You're driving different cars. It's just great to see that the rookies can get it can build your confidence and build your race know-how, and then push you forward to then becoming faster and overall enjoying other championships. So
yeah, I mean, this is like, it's been for me kind of a launching pad because it was my first ever championship. I remember the pressure I had on my first two races. And I think it's the same for everyone. Obviously, someone can handle it better than others, but it is like the event that brings you in this sport, in this passion. I think it is really great to race here, and all the relationships I built thanks to Rookie Wednesday and Toga in general. I was talking to Christian of BRT lately, and we always interact on Instagram and on YouTube, and we have always a very good relationship. Also, the relationship with you two guys and everyone at Toga, and yeah, I mean, it is just great. Also, seeing one guy that came from basically not racing any championship. This is his first championship ever.
Wow.
And is doing so well. I remember him when I proposed, like I was telling him, okay, maybe we can do some coaching and you can join some championship if you'd like.
Yep.
And he said, Andrea was saying, okay, if you can bring me to a higher level than now, to actually compete for a championship, that would be great.
Wow.
And it wouldn't have imagined to be at this point right now. And I have to say, he's done a fantastic job. He's a really great learner.
Yeah.
Every time we go to a track, he's there. And as I said to you before, he beats like my old lap records that I did in the rookie championship when I was racing. So yeah, that's great.
No, it's amazing. So as in fact, Andre is in the YouTube chat. So hi everyone, thanks for the great event. I enjoyed a lot, even if I didn't reach the result I wanted, seeing you in Donington. So yeah, it's all about creating a safe community that people can make mistakes and they don't get abusive messages, they don't get shouted down, and then they lose all their confidence. You know, Andrea was on form, consistent, and was just unfortunately in the wrong place at the wrong time tonight. But
it happens. It happens. It's something that will always happen at every level of skills. And the only thing that he might be upset about is that he was trying to avoid the accident, and he got involved anyways. But it never goes like you plan to.
No.
It's the, you know, one guy said this in a very high level environment. It is racing.
It is.
At the end of the day, it is racing.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it.
And you take the good with the bad. You take the bad and use it as experience in a positive way. And eventually, you know, the good times will roll. So, no, absolutely amazing. You've done outstanding work, and I have no doubt you will be back in absolute storming fashion for Donington next week.
Thank you, Max. As always, thank you to Al.
Yeah, no worries, man. It's a pleasure.
I will always enjoy coming here after a race, coming have a chat and enjoy everything about it.
It's like walking into a bar and you've got a group of friends that you just sit and shoot the breeze and have a beer over, although the beer's not forthcoming tonight, so I'll just need to have this Bollinger bottle I've got beside me. So
I got a beer.
Oh, that'll be nice. I'm just gonna go out brandy now. So
I'm gonna sound like a kid that I had ice cream before the
race. Nice.
I like ice cream. There's nothing wrong with that.
Send us some of that beautiful Italian ice cream.
Yeah.
If we have the chance to see each other in person sometime, I will make sure to bring something from Italy.
Oh, beautiful.
Maybe not ice cream. But
no, it might be melted. But
logistic reasons, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Davida. It's a pleasure as always, and we'll speak to you soon.
See you.
Bye-bye. See you, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow, what an event. Like, both races, what an event. Wow. That's
yeah, I've got no words.
I have no words. We've had everything tonight. We've had amazing driving. We've had some mistakes. We've had an error which has cost people, you know, some good finishing positions. But overall, it's just this rookie season just keeps growing every single year. And now to be in the position at the moment to have 2 splits is just mind-blowing. Yeah, I mean, hats off to you. So we haven't ran like one season per year. It could be multiple seasons per year. So this isn't like the 8th year that's been that this has happened. But yeah,
it's been about 2 years, 18 months since we started rookies, I think.
Yeah,
give or take.
Yeah, and it's just going from strength to strength. So,
Really
I mean, Donington's quite a tight track. That's going to be interesting, you know.
Yeah, what mad individual decided to put Donington Park on the rookie event?
I don't know, but I saw one of your shorts or TikTok the other day where you literally just went straight through the grass and then tried to turn. Was it turn 4? The kind of tight right-hander, and it was just hilarious. It was.
It's going to be interesting. I love Donington Park, and I feel like I'm not an expert, but I feel competitive at Donington Park. Put it that way.
Yep.
It's going to be like I said earlier. It's extremely narrow, and that downhill section, right-hander. You know, if you unload the car in the wrong place, you're going bye-bye, and you're going grass cutting, and you'll end up potentially causing a lot of damage. But on the flip side, what I would imagine. Drive-through penalty. So this is what probably going to happen next week. But a bag load of drive-through penalties because track limit, especially on the chicane, is a nightmare. A red flag in both races. This is my predictions. A red flag in both races, and let's put something wild in there. A disqualification. That's bound to happen. That's my predictions for next week. But
and you know, you've got that chicane near the end of the lap, which is horrendous at the best of times. But when you see people trying to take it at full speed, it doesn't end very well. But I guess the openness...
You can take it at full speed. The thing is, you can take it at full speed. But, at pretty much full speed, but you have to get it just right. Otherwise, you are getting track limits.
Yeah, absolutely. So we look forward to it. We cannot thank you all enough. In fact, on Twitch, YouTube, and on TikTok. These have all been absolutely amazing. The support, the financial support we've received, the follows, absolutely outstanding. You absolutely blow us away each time as a community. You are part of this community as well, whether you actually are in Discord or whether you just watch the races. You are as important in our community as the people who are actually racing. So I'm going to shut up and let Hayden finish this off, and I'll see yous next week.
Awesome. Yeah, no, just echo Mac's comments. Thank you for the support today. It's been absolutely unreal. Whether you say you drop us a follow or you just double tap the screen on TikTok or you send super chats or become members or whatever it may well be, we really do appreciate each and every one of you doing that. So yes, I will be stewarding on Tuesday, I think, Charlie. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. I might be ill that day depending on how I feel, but yeah, thank you so much, everybody. We really hope you enjoyed tonight's race. I certainly did, and I'll probably speak for Mac too. We enjoyed the hell out of this race. Just before you leave, don't forget to hit that like button on YouTube, double tap that screen on TikTok, and don't forget to hit follow button on Twitch. Thank you, everyone. See you. We'll be live next on Friday. There's no rest. There's no resting up for us this week. We are back live.
These calendars on. There's multiple races a week. God almighty.
Some idiot. We'll see you guys for World Tour at Paul Ricard on Friday. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.